New details this evening on the move to protect and preserve historic black cemeteries. Good evening, I'm Dave Wagner.
And I'm Carolina Lead. For years, we have been sharing stories of erased, abandoned, and destroyed African-American cemeteries across the Tampa Bay area. And today, Tampa City Council voted unanimously to spend $100,000 to buy a historic black cemetery from an investor who won the property in an online foreclosure auction back in January. 10 Investigates' Emerald Morrow has been following this story. And Emerald, the community is calling this a victory.
That is right, but they also say this has been a long and very expensive process that could have been avoided. It's been pricey for both the city and you, the taxpayer.
All in favor? Aye. Aye. Any opposed?
With 7 votes in favor, a property flipper gets $100,000 in taxpayer money to sell Memorial Park Cemetery to the city of Tampa. And those who support the cemetery have strong words.
I think that he should be ashamed of himself.
Now, Alexis Arteaga of 247 Land Group LLC is making a profit on this historic black cemetery along Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard in East Tampa. He paid $18,000 plus fees for the site.
It's straight up extortion, what has taken place, but we have to give people a peace of mind about their loved ones that is out there.
The city of Tampa has already spent nearly $200,000 on cemetery maintenance since the owner died in 2019. It later foreclosed on the property to take ownership, but that plan backfired when no one apparently monitored the January foreclosure auction, and Arteaga outbid the city. Those with loved ones in the cemetery say the city left them in the dark.
I became traumatized from them hiding such an important subject or item as this cemetery being flipped.
But today, the community claims victory, knowing the cemetery won't stay in the hands of someone they say is looking to turn a place of peace into profit.
He should have just given us the cemetery. What a hero he would have been.
We spoke to Arteaga today by phone. He said $100,000 really isn't enough, but believes he did a good deed by selling to the city, a city learning from what the community calls a grave mistake.
I'd like to say, an apology to the families. I'm sorry that it got to this, but I'm glad to see that we've come to a resolution, at least beginning that, so we can protect and preserve such important history.
Emerald Morrow, 10 Investigates.
And Mayor Castor also weighed in today. She said the cemetery was, quote, always protected from development, but city ownership should ease people's concerns about a real estate speculator owning it. You can read more about African-American cemeteries across the Tampa Bay area and the efforts to save them. Head to 10tampabay.com/erase.